So one point we just touched but we could not complete it is conversion of land. How big is this problem?
The government must do conversion.
Right.
In the master plan, you have already mentioned that conversion, ये area commercial है, ये area industrial है,
Right.
ये area agriculture है, ये
Green
area-
zone, red zone, they have made all
They have made. This will only create more employment, more investment.
कैसे tourism को भी promote किया जाए और tribal को भी benefits हो.
No, I completely very good point which you have raised. The entire tribal area of Car Nicobar, Kamota, Nankori, government needs to plan with the consent of the tribal. Now, without the consent, we must not do anything. Tribals को involve करके, we need to introduce tourism in those areas.
A lot of cargoes are pending in Calcutta port and Chennai port. How difficult situation and how badly it's affecting the local business.
नहीं देखिए मैं I don't fully agree with you. 95-99% of the cargo requirement of the islands is done by private. Government is not doing anything in that, and we don't want them to do because it is not their job to do business.
What do you think the future of agriculture could be in Andaman?
Agriculture, I think plantations, of course, our coconut, we must concentrate on, we must improve the productivity.
So one point we just touched but we could not complete it is conversion of land. How big is this problem? इसका solution क्या हो सकता है? It seems like every businessman is affected by it. क्या इसका solution होना चाहिए?
नहीं, solution तो ये है कि देखिए आपको any kind of activity if you do, you have to convert the land either from agricultural to residential to make a house.
Right.
This problem, common man का ये problem है कि when a family was given some 2 acres, 5 acres of land in 1950s and 60s,
right,
their family has grown.
Right.
So they need to build more houses
right,
in the same land which they have. So to build a new land house legally, they need to convert a portion of the land so that they can build the house.
right,
So this problem is throughout the island for the common man.
right.
बिजनेस करने के लिए आपका या तो हाउस साइट है,
Right.
तो उसको आप कमर्शियल करके आप उसको कुछ बिजनेस दुकान बनाओ, होटल बनाओ, रेस्टोरेंट बनाओ, कुछ भी काम करो या फैक्ट्री डालो. My take is that the government must do conversion.
Right.
They have a master plan which has been made by the government, which needs a review, which should be reviewed.
Right.
A master plan they have for almost the Port Blair South Andaman area में है, Havelock में, Neil में है. So in the master plan you have already mentioned that conversion, ये area commercial है, ये area industrial है,
Right.
ये area agriculture है, ये
Green zone, red zone, they have made all
they
these
have made.
zones,
Now, if your property or if your land is belonging or coming in that zones, they should be converted.
Right.
This will only create more employment, more investments.
Right.
So, अगर हम होटल बनाएंगे तो investment होगा,
Employment आएगा.
employment आएगा, revenue generate होगा, GST collection होगा.
Right.
So, ये तो एक करना ही है. लेकिन if the government feels that large tracts of lands, agricultural land cannot be converted, they can have a committee, they can assess कि क्या भाई agricultural production है, वो land किस तरह का है, agriculture के लिए suitable है कि नहीं, agriculture के लिए use भी हो रहा है कि नहीं.
Right.
So if something is not being used for the purpose it was laid down, and if there is something better
Can be done.
why not?
Yes, exactly.
People are doing it all over the place.
Okay.
And we should encourage that.
In terms of revenue, कितना loss we are facing now because conversion नहीं हो रहा है. Like how much growth? Like
I think every year maybe hundreds of crores of investments are being stopped
Big
because
loss for
we are not able to convert. So I think now the government has realized it, administration has realized it, and they have started some conversion of residential site. I am hopeful that in future planned way mein, I am not for indiscriminate conversion
right.
and for whatever reason, but planned way में productive conversion अभी दिल्ली के आसपास आप देख लो 50 साल पहले और अभी क्या है.
Even it is
The entire Gurgaon, Noida must have been agriculture.
Exactly.
Today there is IT parks, today there is housing, today there is industry. So there is a development, there is a shift from agriculture to service to manufacturing. and we have to go through that. I
Right.
mean, the country has gone through it.
Right. And we don't have land for that. Right?
Correct.
We need
And
conversion.
हमारे पास लैंड क्या है?
Right.
90% तो फॉरेस्ट या रिजर्व
Yes,
फॉरेस्ट.
exactly.
अब बचा 10%, उसमें डिफेंस के पास है कुछ, बाकी बचा कितना हमारे
Government
पास?
land
रेवेन्यू
है,
लैंड है, गवर्नमेंट लैंड है. उसके बाद हमारे प्राइवेट के पास तो हार्डली एनी लैंड.
Exactly.
And lot of area is under tribal
That's true.
area, Nicobar areas and the Nankauri group, Great Nicobar पकड़ लीजिए.
Yeah, one more thing you mentioned about tribal thing. ये जो tourism growth है, साथ साथ ट्राइबल का ग्रोथ है. हाउ यू कनेक्ट विद दैट? कैसे टूरिज्म को भी प्रमोट किया जाए और ट्राइबल को भी बेनिफिट हो?
No, I completely, very good point which you have raised. अभी जो हमारा टूरिज्म है restricted to South Andaman, North and Middle, कुछ little bit of Little Andaman. साउथ हम निकोबार डिस्ट्रिक्ट में तो कोई टूरिस्ट जाते ही नहीं है. ग्रेट निकोबार में कोई ऑलमोस्ट जीरो, कोई चले गया तो शिप में या कोई में. The entire tribal area of Car Nicobar, Kamota, Nankodi, government needs to plan with the consent of the tribals.
Right.
Because at the moment, our laws do not allow any kind of tourism or any kind
Outsiders.
of outsider movement in these areas.
Right.
Now, without the consent, we must not do anything. Tribals को involve करके, we need to introduce tourism in those areas.
Right.
Because now, I know for a fact, tsunami के बाद हमने देखा है, because our family has been close to the Nicobaris. Lot of young Nicobaris have left Nicobar.
Right.
They are all settled in Andaman area, and they are doing work here. They have seen Havelock develop.
Right.
How tourism has changed Havelock in the past 20 years. So I think in a controlled manner, निकोबार एरिया, ननकौड़ी एरिया का टूरिज्म को कुछ ना कुछ तो हम लोग को सोचना पड़ेगा, गवर्नमेंट को सोचना पड़ेगा. अदरवाइज आवर ट्राइबल्स विल बी लेफ्ट आउट, लेफ्ट बिहाइंड. With their consent, with their involvement, without outsiders coming in, they can do it.
Right.
We just need to help them.
Right.
We can have conducted tours, we can have cruise ships calling at Car Nicobar, going daytime में जाओ, घूम के आप आ जाओ.
Sleep in the cruise ship, yeah.
Correct. So these kind of things can be thought about. But my bottom line is that we cannot leave them out from development. They must be part of it, whether it is tourism, whether it is fisheries, anything. Development वहाँ पहुँचना पड़ेगा.
Another important point I just wanted to ask you about the problems with the cargo. Bringing something from Calcutta and Chennai, how difficult it is, because there is only one ship in Calcutta sector and one ship in Chennai sector. A lot of cargoes are pending in Calcutta port and Chennai port. How difficult situation and how badly is affecting the local business?
नहीं, देखिए, मैं I don't fully agree with you. The private sector has done good work in the shipping sector. Up 99% of the cargo requirement of the islands is done by private. Government is not doing anything and that, and we don't want them to do because it is not their job to do business.
Right.
So there are private sector ships in Chennai. I think roughly 4 ships are plying, and every 7 days you get a ship.
In Chennai?
Yes.
Okay.
And there might be some delays sometimes because
there is only one player, TCI.
One player, but they have 4 ships.
Yeah. And
Calcutta also one player. They have, I think, now 3 ships or 2 ships. One of the ships unfortunately sank recently, and they are trying to augment the fleet. And उसके लिए काफी cargo कुछ divert हो गया है चेन्नई.
But we hear a lot of cargoes are being sent to Calcutta.
Correct, because of this problem. Yeah. Hopefully that should be sorted out in the next maybe 1, 2, 3 months. I am hopeful that some augmentation will be done, and so the Calcutta route will be better. But I can tell you for a fact, even during COVID, our members, shipping people from the shipping community have done tremendous job. कि यहाँ में ऐसा कोई जगह नहीं आया कि there was a massive shortage of material. The materials do come, थोड़ा लेट हो जाता होगा, पर आता है material. Not only here, फिर इसको लेके हम लोग निकोबार, ननकौड़ी, कैम्बल बे, नॉर्थ, सब जगह.
But what about the freight cost? Because what I heard that the freight cost from Calcutta to Port Blair and then Port Blair to Nicobar is like there is a vast difference of the freight charges.
I'll tell you the freight charges. Now the dynamics है, because people say कि कभी कभी मुझे बोलते हैं कि लोग चेन्नई से सिंगापुर भेजने के जो कंटेनर का फ्रेट है वो 50% और लेस देन दी Chennai is a Port Blair.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Right. Now I'll tell you the economics. Number one is the kind of ships which go from Chennai to Singapore are huge. 800 containers, 1000 containers, 1200. So economies of scale.
Right.
Plus there is two-way cargo. From Singapore you will get something.
Right.
From Chennai you will get something. From Calcutta to X place you will get something. Andamans mein, number one, you can't get those big ships because our infrastructure does not match. We have smaller ships. Maybe some ships are even as small as 1000 tons. Some are 2000, some are 3000. Max आप 5-6 हजार टन से ज्यादा बड़ा नहीं है. दूसरा है कि you need more frequent sailings from Chennai and Calcutta for the trade.
Right.
The trade does not want one ship a month कि बड़ा ship आ जाए एक साथ माल आ जाए. They don't want because पैसा ज्यादा लगेगा.
Right.
अगर हमको कुछ माल खरीदना है बिक्री करने के लिए आई वॉन्ट टू बाय एवरी 7 days. सो दे वॉन्ट एवरी 7 days की एक शिप आ जाए. तो इस तरह का चैलेंज है. सो द रेट्स आर गोइंग टू बी मोर. इंटरनेशनल शिप्स यूज अ डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ फ्यूल. द ड्यूटीज आर लेस फॉर द फ्यूल. द फ्यूल फॉर कोस्टल शिप्स इज नॉट, देयर इज नो कंसेशन. सो इस तरह का इकोनॉमीज ऑफ स्केल में हमारा रेट, आई एडमिट दैट इट इज मोर. But there are reasons behind it. Why shipping? Today you go to Havelock, Neil or Port Blair for some matter. Are our hotel rates higher than mainland India? They are. Because the construction cost is about 50% more.
Exactly.
Your sand is coming from Calcutta, Port Vizag somewhere. Your cement is coming, your tiles are coming, even the manpower is coming from there.
So this is exactly said. Because of the freight, more freight, we are paying more for the cement, more for the sand.
Everything, yeah.
And then ultimately the cost is going to our public. Correct. And also the tourists.
Correct.
Isn't it? So what is the solution for that?
I don't think at the moment there is a big time solution where the freights can be reduced.
Can Port Meadows play a role? Because we have a Port Meadow now.
No,
and
I don't
big ship can come and...
No. Port Meadows, again, if the big ship comes to Port Meadows, you'll have to transfer the cargo to smaller ships to Port Blair.
Yes.
So there'll be double handling. So I don't think that is a solution. At the moment, I can't see any big solution which will reduce the freight rates in Port Blair. The solutions are going to be very difficult because the bigger ships are not going to come until our infrastructure is that much, and our consumption is also very high. हमारा consumption क्या है? महीना का 2000 container, 2500 containers, that's all.
Our population is...
population cannot sustain more than that.
Right.
And as I told you, one ship is 800,000 containers, the big ones. So it's difficult.
What about the agriculture sector? Like, what do you think the future of agriculture could be in Andaman?
Agriculture, I think plantations, of course, our coconuts, we must concentrate on, we must improve the productivity. I believe what I know is that Kerala, the one coconut tree probably gives about 100 coconuts, while in Andamans it's like 50%.
Yeah, it's half, almost half.
So that is one focus area.
And size also is different.
Size is also different. We need to put more, our trees are getting older,
right.
So we need to do some fresh planting. Plus the coconut is converted into copra,
right,
which is used by oil mills and which is used by industries. Now our quality of copra, which is mainly sun-dried in the Nicobar Islands and most of the islands, we need to improve the technology for drying that so that you get better price. Because I know for a fact that हमारा जो copra कार निकोबार और ननकौड़ी और ये जगह से जाता है, they normally fail the NAFED acquisition also.
Inferior quality.
And they fetch a price which is 5 rupees, 10 rupees less than the market price.
Right.
So that we need to focus on ki value bade. Plus production value addition like desiccated coconut, charcoal,
right,
and all oil. So these are some of the things. Instead of exporting just copra,
right,
we could think of exporting desiccated coconut.
Entire part of coconut.
Entire, because a tree, coconut tree, every part can be used,
right,
which everybody knows. So वो बहुत जरूरी है कि हम लोग देखें. Plus
spices,
high value agriculture. Spices के टूरिस्ट के लिए हमारे पास spices यहाँ रहते हैं, छोटा मोटा मिलता है, पर there is no commercial production of spices or fruits,
Right.
pineapples or bananas or there is no commercial
Right.
production.
Right.
So high value agriculture, we are in the same belt as Thailand.
Right.
Thailand, the fruits and the vegetables you get there are
Exactly.
tremendous. They are exporting to the world.
Exactly.
Why fruits? Thailand is one of the biggest exporters of flowers in the same topography, same
Right.
weather,
Right.
same
Right.
environment. We must look at that. So हमारे पास land कम है, वो land से paddy ना grow करके we have
Cash
to grow
crops.
better crops
Cash crops.
and higher value crops.
Exactly, I got it. So another important point is that Campbell Bay Island, the Great Nicobar Island. A lot of articles about Great Nicobar Island. What do you think the future of Great Nicobar Island and how big is the project and how it will benefit our islands?
Absolutely right. I think 20, 15, 20 years back, this project has been there.
Yeah.
And in fact, long time back, there was a seminar and I presented a paper on that. Ki why Great Nicobar or Campbell Bay area, that entire island area, can be developed as a transshipment port. Now, just to explain to your viewers and the people, we have a transshipment port which is Singapore. We have a transshipment port which is
Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka. Now we have developed Vizhinjam in Kerala.
Right.
We have JNPT, which is also to some extent lot of container movements are there. Sri Lanka was in trouble. The LTT trouble was there for a long time. The bigger ships did not want to go there. Even if they went there, the insurance premium was very high. Singapore was getting congested.
Right.
So that was the time when a lot of people showed interest that Great Nicobar, which is just in the mouth of the Malacca
Right.
Strait,
Right.
and every 5-10 minutes south of Great Nicobar Islands, between
100
Indonesia and Great Nicobar, there is a ship
yeah.
going. So why can't we have a transshipment port in that area? So a lot of things have been thought about, a lot of studies were done. But I'm thankful that this government has realized that potential, and I also see a potential there. A lot of investment needs to be done.
Right.
It is a very long-term project. Maybe it will take 5 years to 15, 20 years for it really
Even to get it ready.
ready and come up. What the government has plans is a small township,
Right.
almost in the model of Singapore.
With an
They
airport.
want to accommodate some 2 lakh, 3 lakh people there.
Right.
A big port, an airport, an oil terminal, a powerhouse. So, it's a very big plan. But I have, हमारे टाइम में नहीं, पर आगे चल के this could well be a game changer.
Yeah.
Not only for commercial shipping, but also for overall defense strategy.
I saw one plan in which said they are planning for a 125 megawatt power station. This will be a big city.
It's a big city, 2
Yeah.
to 3 lakh people, more
Yeah.
than probably Port Blair.
And these people will come from where?
They want people to come and settle there because once you have a major transshipment port and airport, so people have to come there
Bring
to
the
work.
workers. Yeah.
Then financial people will come, then international airport. So it's a big plan. And transshipment भी आप देखिए कि Great Nicobar can feed the entire east coast of India,
Right.
Bangladesh, Burma, west coast of Thailand and west coast of Malaysia.
Right.
So all the cargo which is exported from these places or imported into these places, the big ships can come from China or Europe. They can unload the containers here. Smaller vessels can pick up the containers here and take it to the entire rim of the Bay of Bengal.
Right. Right.
So it's a very good concept.
Right.
अब क्या है कि ये business है.
Will it reduce the cost of freight in Andaman somehow? Like if a big ship comes from Calcutta and drops it in Campbell Bay, and then when bring from Campbell
Maybe
Bay,
yes, maybe yes. In the future, if we can have that kind of economic dynamics, and maybe certain things can be imported directly.
you are hopeful that this project will
It
bring
can.
prosperity.
It should. It must. It must. When the government is spending so much money, and it could propel us to the international stage.
It's like 75,000 crore.
Correct.
It's not
Yes. And उसके बाद आप न्यूज़ आपने देखा है कि अंडमान एरिया में they have found oil also.
Coming to that point, yeah. How big is that like project, and do you think this will transform the economy of Andaman Nicobar Island if
देखिए,
we find oil?
देखिए, oil exploration has been going in Andamans from almost 80s. 80s से एक बार हुआ. Oil India was here for some time, but ultimately the reserves will be there, But whether commercially it is viable to extract, that is a big question.
Right.
Now, this is not someone's answer which I can give because I don't have the technology. The government has the know-how, government has the information, they can decide. But definitely, if we find oil around the islands, in the Indian areas, it will be a massive jump for the Indian economy.
But how Andaman will get benefit?
अंडमान को डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट इतना कुछ नहीं भी आए, country will benefit,
Right.
and then the third party issues will come into the islands because an oil rig or a supply vessel will use Andaman as a base.
Right.
So there will be some
Offices will
spin-off.
be here, jobs will be
Spin-offs
here.
होगा.
Engineers.
But the oil will benefit the country, which is more important. So Andamans में benefit आएगा, spin-offs आएगा, Great Nicobar project का भी spin-off आदमी locals को मिलेगा, to whatever extent, maybe less extent because big players will come there.
Yeah.
But some spin-offs will come, and overall the country will benefit. And once the country benefits, every region benefits.
We all are hopeful.
Yeah.
Before sir, we come to the end. Tell me something about your life, sir. How like कैसे आप?
Okay, like I told you about my family. So our family was here since 1945. Personally, I was born in Surat, Gujarat.
Okay.
So we are originally from there. Then in 1965, as an infant, I came here. From 65 to 70, I was here in
Right.
Port Blair. I was probably in class 1 in Carmel School, but only for 1 year. Then we, as a family, moved to Calcutta because हमारे family की office भी वहाँ थे.
Right.
And for education purpose, my father also thought that we should move to Calcutta. I had a sister who's, of course, married and settled in England, who's elder to me by 7 years. So we all moved to Calcutta. From 1970 to 1985, I did entire schooling and my college in Calcutta. So completely, then I worked for 3 years again during college with a chartered accountancy firm. So सुबह में college जाते थे 6 to 9, 9:30, and then 10 o'clock was office. So this is how the student life went. 85 I came and joined the business, family business. And as usually it happens, family businesses, as it grows, numbers grow, then the divisions come.
Right.
Not because of internal conflict, but because I think
Everybody
it is
grows,
required.
yeah.
Whether you are a Birla or an Ambani, or
They
it
need
happens.
space, yeah.
Yeah.
Family members.
Everybody needs space. Everybody wants to do their own. So then, around mid 90s, we kind of separated our business. So some businesses came to my father. So I am the only son. So I started looking after those businesses, and then not only did I could, with the help of my father and with the help of the knowledge I got, consolidate the business which we already had, but went into new ventures, like you know about the macros and the ferries and the hotels. Now we have started. So we went into good areas, and I am very satisfied with what all I could do, not only as a business house but also for the islands.
Right.
Because ultimately, whatever we do for in business in the islands, like I told you earlier, most of us reinvest here. So
Right.
it's a satisfaction that you are doing something for the island. In addition to, of course, my business life, I was active in the association. So I led the Chamber of Commerce for almost 10 years between 97 and 2007, which was challenging years because that was the time we went through the tsunami.
Right.
And the Chamber of Commerce played a very pivotal role in getting the benefits, whether it was interest subsidies, whether it was fishing, whether it was relief, whether
Even
it
for
was
charity,
whatever we did, we could, whatever we could, and everybody did. And so that was one thing which is very satisfying. I'm involved in sports, in cricket and other sports, rugby, things like that. Social work.
You're the president of Cricket Association of
yeah,
Open North
that's
India.
right.
Yeah.
And also Rotary Club through its social wings, and nationally also I have been with Indian Association of Tour Operators. I have been to FICCI, CII, and another satisfying thing which I did during my tenure as president was we took the first ever chartered flight from here to Phuket
Yeah.
in
I
2003.
remember that.
So that was a very historic step. We have signed agreements with the Phuket Chamber of Commerce, the Thai Chamber of
Twin
Commerce.
City
Twin
concept
City
was there.
concept was there. So These are some of the things which I have done in my short life, and probably the the new 40s, they say, na, कि 60s is the new 40s.
Yes.
So I am now 62. So maybe it's the new 40 and I want to do much more.
Explore more, yeah. Where do you see Andaman in 2035?
So
After
another
10
10 years from now, I would like to see Andamans internationally connected to other parts of the world. I would like to see the tourism figures, which are probably now at 5 to 6 lakhs, to at least triple to at least maybe 20 lakhs. Many more hotels.
Yeah.
I would like to see the fishing industry
Yeah.
do extremely well.
To topmost potential.
Yeah, we have so much of seawater in our control. I would like to see the power situation to be, as good as what we have in mainland. I would like to see infrastructure, which means bridges from here to Bamboo Flat, from the roads from here to Diglipur,
Right.
better connectivity, sea connectivity, air connectivity to the inter-islands.
Right.
Today we are very poorly connected with the southern group,
Right.
especially the southern group. So road connectivity to Diglipur, the southern connectivity, and maybe in 10 years, Great Nicobar should be able to take shape.
Exactly.
So there should be a lot of more activities there.
More clear where we're going here.
But once you have all this, the negative side also is there. I mean, not all development is good. There's going to be harmful effects of development. So we have to see that everything is balanced.
Careful.
Otherwise, आज जो life है अंडमान के, like people,
Peaceful.
you talk to people of the who are 80 or 90 years old, they say Andaman was better.
Earlier it was better, yeah.
तो मैं भी लगता है 20 साल बाद बोलूंगा कि अंडमान was better.
Yeah.
So that is possible, but development के costs है.
Yeah, of course.
And we have to pay the cost to get development. But we can't also ignore the aspirations of the people of the island. Today we have, जैसा अंबानी साहब ने कहा था, धीरू भाई अंबानी, दुनिया मुट्ठी में है. So everybody's life is in their phones.
Right.
And they are able to see the world in the phone.
Exactly.
And if they see people in other Western countries or even in Delhi or Mumbai or other places in our country living a lifestyle, they aspire to have that lifestyle here.
Yeah, exactly.
And why should they not get it?
We should not look back. Yeah, we
Yeah.
should look forward.
So I think there is a cost to development. We will probably have to pay that. But I think development is something which must happen.
Sir, it's like absolutely honor talking to you. आपसे बात करके like बहुत कुछ जानने मिला, and I'm sure कि हमारे ऑडियंस को बहुत कुछ जानने मिलेगा, बहुत कुछ सीख सकेंगे. तो आज का पॉडकास्ट हम यही खत्म करते हैं. सर, थैंक यू फॉर कमिंग.
Thank you. It was an honor to be part of your podcast, and I wish Wave Andaman all the best.
तो आज का पॉडकास्ट हम यही समाप्त करते हैं. जरूर हमारे साथ बने रहिए. हमारे वीडियोस को लाइक कीजिए, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए. नमस्कार.